We suffered in the capital, Tehran. Innocent people were the main target. And at the same time, the capital of the Zionist regime was too under heavy Iranian missiles. Our military reaction continues in a very good volume of fire, and we are resisting very well. There is no limit for us. We are defending ourselves, our sovereignty, and our nation. So there is no limit for us. We will defend up to the maximum possible. This is not something that one may talk about it, but we are not worried about that. It's strong enough. The arsenal is quite big. People are talking about different digits, different numbers. I don't know, from 2,000 to 80,000. But beside that, you may consider that, first of all, as now it's being unveiled, everything is upgraded after the June aggression, because almost we were sure that there would be another aggression, upgraded in quality and quantity. And secondly, in parallel with usage of missiles, we are producing missiles too.
Right now?
Right now. This is an internal technology, well-developed technology, so we have no limit. We're not, buying, we are not importing that. We have all the details, the know-how, technology, materials, everything. No, never.
What about
never.
Cyprus?
Cyprus, what was targeted was not Europe. It is legally called British Sovereign bases.
So it's Europe?
No. If you mean European Union, it's not Europe. Okay. In a peaceful, negotiated manner, everything could happen. We are not going to forget our rights, but application of the right could be discussed. Never, never. This is our means of defense. Suppose that in June and January, we have not had this instrument, how we can defend ourselves. We will never negotiate about our defensive capabilities. Yes, enrichment is the main topic. I'm not aware about the details of what happened in Geneva. However, technically speaking, nuclear technology comprises of what is called complete or comprehensive fuel cycle. So it means from the mine to UF4, UF6, enrichment, centrifuges, production of centrifuges, facilities, additional protocols, and many other elements. Never.
Never?
Never.
Nor even a tiny doubt?
People are in the street in support of their government. They were in the street back in December and early January, yes, because we are suffering from economic terrorism called sanction. This press or people, there were demonstrations. The system acknowledged that. They talked with them. However, in parallel, terrorism appeared for 2 nights and killed many of my compatriots. That's why the government announced 3 days of mourning.
Were they all terrorists? All the ones that were killed?
Never. I never told you all. I told you there was demonstration, and for almost 10 days,
Yes.
nothing happened. And two specific night, terrorist elements appeared on the scene, and they killed. And they were killed too. They killed almost 200 police officers, beheaded some of them, burning the corpse. These are terrorists, not protesters. Categorically, we reject and denounce such kind of allegations. The government publicly and in very, very details announced names, national numbers, and everything about each and every victims. The numbers in the list is 3117. I think you're talking about an American citizen who is in favor of this aggression. Well, perhaps you should distinguish between two issues: assassination of the supreme leader and the meeting of some high rankings. To my knowledge, it's been different stories.
Okay.
The meeting was taking place in his office, and he was not himself in the meeting. However, since the area was bombarded heavily with 30 missiles, quite normally both the meeting and him and some of his family members were assassinated. Was reasonable to hold such a meeting?
Was
No.
it careless?
Was careless? Yes, I do agree. First of all, let's bear in mind that it goes blatantly against international law. 1973 UN conventions prohibit assassination of a head of a state. The second point is that beside his capacity as head of a state, he was a senior religious leader, assassinated during the holy month of Ramadan. He has millions of followers in the Islamic world, and sanctity of the holy month of Ramadan is a red line for every Muslim. That's a very, very tough and complicated procedure. Per the Constitution, first, because of the situation, a special temporary council should be organized, which is done now, and the first meeting is already organized. And the second, the council of the expert called should convene and decide about the next leader. The procedure is that before the convening of the council, there is no way for anybody to be nominated. Nomination will be inside the meeting, and voting will be secret. The administration is working very well. Okay. The president and the whole apparatus is working, and they are in place. So when it comes to the administration, there is no vacancy over there. It's a trilateral council. Yes. The president, right, chief of judiciary, and a senior clergy from the Guardian Council, who is elected by another body. It's called expediency body. They have elected one of the clergies as a member. Sovereign decision, we don't interfere in internal decision of the host country. For whatever reason, the ruling and elected president has decided, we will not interfere in that. What we know is that, and the reality tells us, is that quite obviously an aggression has happened against the international law and the UN Charter. So logically speaking, everybody has both a moral and political responsibility to oppose it. Yes, we got an invitation. We went over there. I met with the state secretary. For their own part, of course, they will explain what was on the agenda. I have no right to talk about them. I explained the situation about the aggression, unlawful aggression against my country. I explained the expectation of my government and my people from all countries who are in favor of international law. And I explained why we are targeting certain targets as military bases or infrastructures or serving the aggression. That was the main topic that I explained. We are sure, not because of recent development, but because of long history that we have with Spain, more than 4 centuries of relations. We are confident that there would be no risks from Spanish territory against us. Therefore, we don't need to add anything. When there is no risk, you don't need to go furthermore.